Party leaders have been casting their votes in the United Kingdom general election. Polls opened at 7 o'clock BST at around 50,000 polling stations across the UK, which will remain open until 2200 hours. A total of 650 Westminster MPs will be elected, with about 50 million people registered to vote. As well as the general election, there are more than 9,000 council seats being contested across 279 English local authorities. Mayors will also be elected in Bedford, Copeland, Leicester, Mansfield, Middlesbrough and Torbay. UKIP leader Nigel Farage, Labour leader Ed Miliband, Greens leader Natalie Bennett, SNP leader Nicola Sturgeon, Conservative leader David Cameron, Liberal Democrat leader Nick Clegg and Plaid Cymru's Leanne would have all cast their votes. Results declared. The weather has been dry and mild across much of the UK, with isolated showers in some parts of the north of England. The local votes taking place mean that nearly every voter in England, excluding London where there are no local elections, will be given at least 2 ballot papers when they enter polling stations. Some votes had been cast before Thursday through postal voting, which accounted for 15% of the total electorate at the 2010 general election, when the overall turnout was 65%. For the first time, people have been able to register to vote online. Most polling stations are in schools, community centres and parish halls, but pubs, a launderette and a school bus are also being used. A handful of seats are expected to be declared by midnight, with the final results expected on Friday afternoon. Coverage. Polls close at 2200 hours BST, but officials say anyone in a polling station queue at this time should be able to cast their vote. The BBC's main election programme, fronted by David Dimbleby, starts at 21:55 BST, with live coverage from 220 counts. Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland will have their own overnight programmes but will join Hu Edwards from 7 o'clock BST on May 8. On the radio, a joint overnight broadcast by BBC Radio 4 and 5 Live will be hosted by Jim Noddy and Carolyn Quinn. Full coverage of the results as they come in will be on the BBC Politics Online live page and front page scorecard, with all the big breaking stories from around the country and analysis by correspondents.